Hello students, in this lecture video I am going to derive an consistent mass matrix for the truss element. Okay, so here these equations are very important to solve numerical problems on dynamic consideration related to truss problem. Okay, what you studied in the previous, that is model number 2, that is the truss element, those problems are different, and this is type and this model type 5 is different. Okay, so here we are going to derive the equation for what? Consistent mass matrix. Okay, so look at the question paper. So many times this derivation they are asked. Okay, normally in model number 5th, mostly 80% they are asking what? Only the derivation as compared to the numerical problems. Okay, so this derivation is also important. So after deriving the equation consistent mass matrix for that bar element, that is lumped system, and this consistent mass matrix. Okay, so now we are going to derive the consistent mass matrix for truss element. Okay, so this is the syllabus. Okay, here there the syllabus. Okay, so this is we are going to derive this equation, that is the truss element. Okay, so lumped mass matrix for the bar element already we derived. Now we are going to derive the truss element. Okay, so now, so this is the question. Okay, so derive the consistent mass matrix for the truss element. Okay, so look at carefully. So this what we are going to get the final equation. That final equation you are going to use to solve the numerical problems, that we have to that what we have to understand that final equation. Okay, so let us assume a one bar element. Okay, each node having a 2 degree of freedom along, that is q1 q1 and q2, and at node number 2 q2 q3 and q4. Okay, so normally for the truss element in global coordinate system, the displacement in x direction we are denoted as u, and displacement in y direction we denoted as v in given terms of the shape function by using nodal displacement in model number 2, that is. Okay, so here in place of u and v we are going to denote the q value. Okay, so q as a displacement. Okay, so let us, this is a one bar element, so each node having 2 degree of freedom, node number 1 and node number 2. Okay, so that is the displacement of q1 q2 q3 q4. Okay, we know that already we derived the displacement function for a truss element is what? U of v, that is in x direction, y direction, is equal to n into q. Okay, so which is equal to what? Here n is the shape function. I already told you n is denoted by shape function. Okay, and q nothing but what? The displacement. So n1 0, n2 0. Okay, n0 n1 0, n2 u1 that is q1 q2 q3 q4. Okay, so already we derived this equation in model number 2, or the shape function for truss element is this is. Okay, so this equation. Okay, so write down here. We know that the shape function for the truss element is equal to u of v is equal to n into q. Okay, so where n is equal to this shape function, and write down the q values, since it is only 2 element as there. Okay, so here 1 2 3 4, so write down the displacement 1 2 3 4. This q1 and q2 node related to node number 1, and q3 q4 related to node number 2. Okay, so where shape function n is equal to this. Okay, so we know that the shape function n1 values. Okay, substitute the n1 and n2 value in this equation. Okay, so n1 value is equal to what? So 1 minus zeta by 2. So this symbol is called as zeta. Okay, or sometimes they may are called as some textbook they are called as xi. Okay, so 1 minus zeta by 2, so this is 0, n2 value 1 plus zeta by 2. Okay, so we know that the shape function for the truss element is this, where n1 and n2 value which is equal to n1 nothing but minus, you have to consider n2 is equal to plus. Okay, so already we derived this shape function for the 2D element. Okay, substitute n1 and n2 value in this equation, so you are going to get this equation, that is n1, wherever n1 is there 1 minus zeta by 2, so here also n1 is there 1 minus zeta by 2. Okay, so these two are zeta, n2 value is there, so substitute 1 plus zeta by 2, 1 plus zeta by 2. Okay, so this is the shape function for the truss element. Okay, after substituting this transpose of that. Okay, so if you transpose, if you wrote this transpose means right on the vertical. Okay, so that is 1 minus zeta by 2 0, 1 plus zeta by 2 0. Okay, so this is a vertical, you have to note down that n transpose, that is the shape function. Okay, shape function n is equal to this, and transpose of shape function is equal to this. Okay, now we know that our aim is to what? To calculate the consistent mass matrix for the given truss element. Okay, so we know that the consistent mass matrix for the given truss element, we have this formula. Okay, that is, we know that the elemental mass matrices is equal to integration of that volume, so mass density transpose of n dv. Okay, so here change in volume, nothing but what? The area. Okay, so here look at, so mass density is constant term, so we know that the shape function value n and transpose of n. Okay, so this shape function n and n. Okay, substitute these two value. Okay, so in this equation. Okay, so before substituting, let us consider this dv value. What is that dv value? Okay, so dv nothing but what? The change in volume for the particular bar element. Okay, so that is the truss element. Okay, so since integration of dv is equal to, that is change in volume nothing but what? Area, so integration of area into with respect to dx. Okay, now integration of a to minus 1 to plus 1 is equal to what? Le by 2 d zeta. Okay, so this is what you again you have to calculate. Okay, so wherever integration at dv is there, you have to substitute this equation. Okay, so now substitute the all the values. It is a consistent mass matrix for the element is equal to density a, area of the element, length of y 2. Okay, integration of -1 to 1. So this is the n transpose, this is what the n, okay, with respect to zeta. Now so this is a 2 into 2 matrix, this is 4 into this is 2, this is 1 2 3 4, 4 into 2 2 matrix, this is 2 into 4 matrix. Okay, now you are going to get 4 into 4 matrix. Okay, so multiply this into this. Okay, so first row first column you have to multiply, means you are going to get this. Okay, after multiplication you are going to get this. Okay, so a consistent mass matrix is equal to density area length by 2. Okay, so 2 0 1 2 0 2 0 1 1 0 2 0 0 1 0 2. Okay, so how to remember this? If you how to remember, okay, so this equation is called as consistent mass matrix for the truss element. Okay, so this equation is very important to solve the numerical problems on truss element. Okay, so now I will tell you how to remember this formula. Okay, so if you look at this formula, okay, so how to remember this formula? Just you look, observe here. Okay, so this is 2002, so write this to this as it is. Okay, now this is what 1002. Okay, so wherever this as it is you write, but this corner you have to write 2. Okay, so like this you have to remember this formula. Okay, so this is what the final equation for consistent mass matrix for the truss element. Okay, so this equation is very important to solve the numerical problems on the given truss element in dynamic consideration. Okay, so you have to remember where density is equal to what. So this symbol indicate the density, that is the mass density. They will give some constant value. So here area, and this is the length of the given truss element divided by 2. Okay, so this is the equation. If you simplify this, means you are going to get this equation. Okay, so this is a final equation for consistent mass matrix for the given truss element. Okay, so this equation you have to remember. Okay, so this derivation is very important for the point of examination. Okay, so I hope you understand that, but here thing is you have to remember the three equations first here. Okay, so this equation you have to remember, and where n1 and n2 is equal to 1 minus zeta, 1 plus zeta, that you have to remember. And so this equation you have to remember, it is a consistent mass matrix is equal to integration of volume, mass density, and transpose and dv. Okay, so dv nothing but what the change in area. Okay, so that is area is equal to this. Okay, so integration of -1 to +1, so L by 2. Okay, so length will be there. Okay, so L by 2 d zeta. Okay, so wherever dv is there, you have to substitute this equation. Okay, so this is the concept you have to remember in this derivation. Okay, so final equation you have to remember. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Okay, thank you.